Hey y'all, welcome back. My name is Shamika and this is Check the Rhymes. I am super excited that you're here. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. Y'all know it's that time of year when I get to say my favorite show title. Help! I'm in a Secret Relationship is back for another season. It is already underway, season 3, and it airs on Tuesdays on MTV at 9:00. So in the house today, You've seen him on Check the Rhymes before for the last 2 seasons. The hosts, Travis Mills and Rahne Jones. We're going to talk about what we can expect this season and more. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss today's show.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. How are you both? Welcome back to Check the Rhymes.
Yeah, it's good to see you. We're great. Hanging in there, excited for the new season, all that jazz.
On the road again. I mean,
right.
Obviously, just same day. I mean, different day, same thing that we've been doing. But yeah, it's been a wild ride. But it's great to be back.
Well, so the first 2 seasons were definitely wild. What can we expect this season from each of your perspectives? We can start with you, Travis.
Okay, what can we expect this season? A lot more driving from me. There's going to be just a plethora of cars that I'm hopping in and out of. So maybe that could be like a fun game that you play with your friends, or maybe you bet money on it. Like every week, what kind of car will we be driving, depending upon what city we're in?
Right.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Look, I think this season that we've been working on so far, and the episodes that are coming out for everyone to watch, I feel are just a lot more personal. Right, they're just incredibly real, and they hit close to home. And they're people who really need our help, and I think that's what's been so rewarding about continuing this show, is that we get to leave with a sense of like, wow, we got it right this time, and like we helped this person either find closure and move on, or take a step forward into their relationship, which is why we're doing this in the first place.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What about you, Rahne?
I mean, I would just like to echo that sentiment, right? Like Travis said, it's very personal, very lived in. The stakes are extremely high this season. And I do appreciate the fact that we get to talk about some very real life situations that are very timely at the moment and with the environment that we're living in right now. And I'm honored that we get the chance to talk about these things. But on the flip side of that, we still have the mess, so.
That's what I'm here for, the mess.
Duality, you know what I'm saying? You got your good, heartfelt, very real, very important stuff that we can talk about, but then you also have the mess. And I think that's what makes this show so great. And so I think that's definitely what people can look forward to this season.
So what keeps you coming back to do this show? Because yes, it is. You get to help people, but then there's the mess. But what else is it? It's got to be something. I mean, maybe the paycheck. I don't know, but what is it?
We get to go and check the rhymes.
Good answer. Good answer.
Yeah. So we just, look, I mean, I think it's honestly, we're very fortunate to have a show that, 1, people watch, 2, that people love. And like I said, there is this feeling that you get at the end of, an investigation, when you sit 2 people down who it's taken them years to have this one kind of conversation, right? And, you're in the room, you see the tears, you feel like the burden of someone having to let something out. And then when it does, and that weight has been lifted, and there's this sense of relief and honesty and just cleansing that we all kind of go through together. And Rahne and I just experience it, on the outside. So you walk out of the house and you're like, oh man, this feels amazing. I'm really glad we did this, and I think that's what we're chasing every single week. And we don't always get there, right? And I think even when you don't get there, you get the mess that you're talking about, and tensions are high, and people walk out, and there's a lot of that. That's just a byproduct, but we're chasing that feeling.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. What about you, Rahne?
What keeps me coming back is obviously, I love love working with Travis. It's truly an honor. I think he's just an amazing person, amazing man, amazing coworker. Our crew is awesome. So on that surface level, that's what keeps me coming back.
Yeah.
But as far as the crux of the show is concerned, I feel like I learn a lot. You know, I learn about people's desires, people's insecurities, people's psychology in terms of why they do the things that they do, where their fear comes from. And a lot of times I see myself in some of the people that we're helping. Yeah. So I think in that regard, it's a case study on human nature. And I think that just keeps me coming back because every time we're in a new city, I'm like, well, what are we dealing with next? Right. And nothing is ever the same, right? We think we know what we're walking into. We think we got it down, and then there's always something new. And that just keeps it fresh. So I think the learning and the freshness and all that really just keeps me coming back for more. And hopefully we'll have season after season after season.
I hope so. Because I love saying, help, I'm in a secret relationship. I'm so dramatic for no reason.
You should see us saying it. It's like when people ask about it, I'm like, so our show is called Help, I'm in a secret relationship. That's my delivery every time.
So what has been the wildest story that you guys have seen so far? And it doesn't have to be necessarily this season unless you want to give a hint, or it could be from previous seasons. Travis, what's your wildest story you've seen so far?
Found this story on Twitter last night of this dude who watched the show, started breaking down episodes, and then I was kind of watching the discourse because the tweet went viral. There's there's 3 million views on it. There's 30,000 likes. There's thousands of replies, and I gotta say, there was this episode with two best friends. Mm-hmm. And it's in Minnesota. And Rahne, it's in Minnesota, correct? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And we helped someone named Matt. And that reveal is just, I'd say top 3 for sure. And if I don't want to spoil it, but it is on our TikTok page, and people can go find it. And I think that's the one that was the episode where when it came out, I got phone calls from people that I haven't spoken to for a while, just what the hell is that?
Yes.
How did you do this? How did you guys deal with this?
Oh, wow.
Great face. Yeah.
Is that on the MTV TikTok page, or is it you guys?
That's on our show.
Show page.
We have a show page called MTV Secret Ship.
Okay, cool. Because I'm gonna go.
And so they post
look it up.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a fun peruse on that account because you get to see the bottom, all the reveals. It's great.
Awesome. So what about you, Rahne? What has been your wildest story that you've seen so far?
Well, I mean, I will echo Travis that Minnesota episode was truly one for the record books. I would also like to add an episode we had out of Chicago with a young woman named Deidre. She was dating a guy who, she introduced him to her world, her daughter, but obviously she was being hidden. Come to find out that there was a lot of secrecy on his part as far as, his marital status, coupled with some other elements. I don't want to ever spoil, because I think when you go on these TikTok pages or you're able to watch the show, it's better to experience the reveal in real time. Right. But just Deidre, Chicago, mess. Okay.
Note taken, because I'm going there immediately.
That was also a crazy one too, Rahne, because when we got in the cars to drive, once the day was done, she was just sitting outside, on the phone, screaming, and oh, wow. That was it was really heavy. It
was very, obviously heartbreaking, to see the person having to go through this, but it was the answers that she was looking for. And quite frankly, Travis and I were like, you should probably walk away. We try not to give our take like that, but it was very evident in that moment that this was not something that she wanted to continue with. And so you have to support that.
Wow. So my last question, because these situations go on probably in every city, every few minutes, you know what I'm saying? So what are like maybe a couple tips from both of you for people to recognize whether or not they may be in a secret relationship? And they may need to come to help. I'm in a secret relationship. What are some red flags they should be looking for? Rahne, we'll start with you.
I mean,
or well, either one of you can start. It's fine.
I was just gonna say, we are casting
Yes.
for couples right now. So if anyone needs help, you could definitely do that. But Rahne, go for it.
Well, I would say social media is always a big one, right? Like we can understand why people might be a little bit cautious, but when you are saying that you're using your page just solely for your business, and I'm an entrepreneur and I don't want to muddy the waters with my relationship plus my business, and then we go on your business page.
I'm like, oops.
And there's other people, and it's a lot of personal stuff as well. It ain't adding up. You know what I'm saying? So
in my defense, I just don't want people in my business.
Sure. It's that coupled with the fact that you're saying that it's just solely business, and yet we're also seeing a lot of personal stuff as well, except your partner.
Gotcha.
And you're getting that's the only thing. So that'll be my one.
Okay. What about you, Travis?
I think if you have to drive to different cities or states to go to dinner or like go to a movie or go on a date, that's pretty intentional and pretty drastic, and you're probably in a secret relationship.
Now y'all are making me think about previous relationships. Like, wait, was I the secret?
This is the thing. No. Wait a minute.
Right? Yeah. Like, wait a minute. I enjoyed chatting with both of you. Help, I'm in a secret relationship. It airs on Tuesdays at 9:00 on MTV. I will see you guys back for season 4 because I know it's coming.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you.
Thank you so much.